Hi everyone, welcome in a new episode of Steven's Week, and this week I'm filming from Bangkok. I'm doing 2 keynote presentations here this week, so I hope you will enjoy the Thai version of Steven's Week. Enjoy this new episode, my friends. Uber made an interesting acquisition this week. They acquired Jump, and Jump is a San Francisco-based bike sharing service, and Uber wants to move into this field. Bike sharing is tremendously popular in China, and Uber wants to do the same thing in the US. So if you look for transportation from A to B, of course in the future you will still see the Uber cars and the car sharing possibilities, or the Uber Black, but they will also add a bike function to that you can find a bike, you can unlock it with the Uber app, and then you can use it and put it back. So Uber is moving more and more into becoming a mobility platform than just a car sharing platform. Interesting case study by UNICEF in Australia, and UNICEF is asking people to donate their processing power of their computer, and UNICEF wants to use that processing power to mine bitcoins, and they're hoping to gain some money from that, and they're actually hoping that people will move into this and that people will participate, because actually it doesn't really cost people any money, but it could deliver an enormous amount of value for UNICEF. This week there was the F8 conference of Facebook, and one of the big announcements that they made is that you can now erase your entire Facebook history. And this of course is due to the fact that they had the whole scandal with Cambridge Analytica and the privacy concerns. So now Mark Zuckerberg allows people to actually erase their entire Facebook history, so you can make sure that that data is gone. He warned you though that if you do that, probably your Facebook experience will decrease over a while, because the system will not know you anymore. So you will have to retrain it, and because of that it needs new data, but you can erase your history of the last 10 years if you want to do that. Apple shared their financial results, and I always find it amazing, the stock value of Apple went down in the last few weeks because people thought that the iPhone sales had dropped because of suppliers that are issuing warnings about that. But if you look at the results now, it's amazing. The Apple sales grew with 16%. iPhone sold amazingly well, and it's such a big company, but still they managed to grow 16% year over year, and you see how their service business is booming. So it's the biggest company in the world, and they still have a double-digit growth, which is really amazing to see. There was the announcement of a huge deal between Volkswagen and Didi, and Didi is like the Uber of China. Didi is the reason why Uber didn't make it in China, and now Didi wants to speed up their growth, and they need more vehicles, and Volkswagen wants to grab a piece of the market in one of the most attractive mobility markets in the world now, which is China. So rumor goes that Volkswagen will deliver about 100,000 vehicles, electric vehicles, fully autonomous vehicles that Didi then can use in their car sharing service, and this will boost their scale, of course, but this will also allow Volkswagen to have a big footprint on the Chinese market. So you see how fast these mobility issues are going in the last few weeks. It's like every more traditional car manufacturer is moving up their game, and all the more technology-driven companies are also moving up this game. So I believe in about 2 or 3 years we're going to be seeing a total different world in the field of mobility. And some news about Cambridge Analytica, the company that stole so much data from Facebook and that actually was the cause of the Facebook scandal of the last few months. Well, Cambridge Analytica is going out of business. They are stopping with everything, and they are going bankrupt. I was always wondering, this scandal and knowing how much they can manipulate things, I was wondering, would this be good for business or bad for business for them? Luckily it's bad for business, but sometimes the world is so filled with hypocrites that it may have created a value proposition for them, but luckily it went the other way. More news from Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg announced delete history, as I mentioned, but they're also starting with a dating service. They actually have 200 million people that are single that are on Facebook and that are open to find a relationship, and they see the potential, of course, of that. The business of dating sites is huge. Offering dating services may even attract younger users to this big network that Facebook has, and the impact on the market was pretty big. Some of the dating websites lost between 20 and 25% of their value the day that Facebook announced the dating service. I don't believe it's going to make such a big switch from one day to another, but you can see how the market still values the potential of Facebook's 2.2 billion user network. There was negative news about Tesla this week. It was a report by Bloomberg Bloomberg, and these guys mentioned that Tesla is actually burning money like crazy, like they have been in the last few years. And they calculated it, and they're actually burning $6,500 per minute. And Bloomberg is seriously questioning the future of Tesla. We will see what will happen, but if they cannot speed up production, if they cannot speed up the inflow of cash, it may be very problematic for them. And it's a question how they will survive this year. The guys from Bloomberg, they calculated that if nothing significantly changes, Tesla won't make it this year. So I'm very curious to see how Elon Musk will deal with this and what the next steps will be, but it is very close to a very dangerous situation for Tesla. So guys, this was it. This was my weekly update. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you again next week. Feel free to share the show with your friends and colleagues, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.